Welcome to Vedic Counsellor, where ancient Vedic wisdom meets modern scientific insight.
Hey everyone, today we're diving into a really fascinating and kind of different perspective on a problem so many people face: tobacco addiction. We're going to explore it through the lens of Vedic Jyotish, that's Vedic Astrology, to see how it explains this habit and, more importantly, how it offers a way to break free.
And boom, right away, the source material hits us with this incredibly powerful idea. It doesn't just call addiction a bad habit or a chemical dependency, it calls it a karmic illusion. And it tells us that the architect of this illusion is a cosmic force named Rahu.
Okay, so let's really dig in here. Before we can even talk about the how-to of quitting, we've got to understand the why from this astrological point of view. What in the world is a karmic illusion, and how does it get its hooks into us?
So this slide is absolutely key. The main character in this story is Rahu. And what's so wild is that Rahu isn't a planet like Mars or Jupiter that you can spot with a telescope. It's a shadow planet, a point in space with a heavy karmic weight. And just look at its portfolio: obsession, foreign substances, smoke, illusion, intoxication. I mean, the connection to tobacco just jumps right off the page, doesn't it?
So here's the mechanism, right? According to this perspective, when Rahu's shadowy energy starts to influence the planets that rule our inner world, our mind, our intellect, our ability to feel pleasure, it creates this perfect storm. It's like it hacks our emotional and mental software, twisting our thoughts and desires until we're trapped in that relentless, vicious cycle of craving.
So you might be wondering, how does this actually show up in a person's life or in their birth chart? Well, Vedic Jyotish points to 8 specific planetary combinations that can create a kind of astrological blueprint for addiction. You can think of them as different flavors of Rahu's illusion, each with its own particular trigger.
Let's break down the first 4 of these patterns. So if Rahu is sitting with the moon, it can create this deep emotional emptiness that a person might try to fill with smoking. If it's messing with Mercury, the planet of communication, it can show up as a nervous habit, an oral fixation, and its placement in certain parts of the chart, what we call houses, can point straight to things like cravings through the mouth or even a tendency to hide the addiction.
And the list goes on, bringing in other planetary heavy hitters. When Saturn gets involved, it can make the addiction incredibly stubborn and long-lasting. A weakened Venus can warp the natural search for pleasure into a total dependency. You bring fiery Mars into the mix with Rahu, and you get that binge and purge pattern, along with intense irritability. And then there's this very specific combination, Kamadruma Yoga, that can create such a profound loneliness that a person turns to tobacco just to feel some kind of companionship.
And all of this brings us to, well, the big question, doesn't it? If this astrological framework can describe the problem with such chilling accuracy, does it also have a solution? If the stars can forge the chains, can they also give us the key to unlock them?
And you know what? The answer from this Vedic viewpoint is a huge, resounding yes. So now we get to pivot. We're moving from diagnosis to treatment, and we're about to open up a whole toolkit of spiritual practices designed to take apart this karmic illusion piece by piece.
And what I love about this approach is that it's not just one thing. It's totally holistic. It works on so many different levels. You've got mantras to go straight to the root planetary cause. You have specific forms of worship designed to, get this, paralyze cravings. And then there are tangible actions, everything from charity to wearing a specific gemstone, and even breathing exercises like Pranayama to help calm your nervous system through withdrawal. It's a full-spectrum plan.
Okay, so let's zoom in on the primary remedy here, chanting what's called the Rahu Bij or seed mantra. You can see how specific this is. It's not just mumbling some words. There's a set number of repetitions, a really powerful visualization technique, and even guidance on the right tools and the best time to do it. The idea isn't just to cope, it's to go directly to the source of the problem, Rahu itself, and pacify that energy.
Yeah, this slide is fantastic because it shows this really smart double-sided strategy. It's like a 1-2 punch. On one hand, you have practices like reciting the Hanuman Chalisa, which is all about building this ironclad, unbreakable willpower. It's like spiritual strength training. And on the other hand, you have worship for Lord Ganesha, who is known as the remover of obstacles. This is about clearing the road ahead, taking care of all those things that will inevitably pop up and try to trip you when you're trying to quit.
Now, for anyone who's looking for the most powerful long-term solution, the source lays out this really intensive spiritual practice. It's called a sadhana, and it's a deep commitment to creating lasting change.
And the magic number here? It's 40. 40 consecutive days. That number, 40, shows up in so many spiritual traditions as a period of testing, purification, and total transformation. It's not a quick fix. It's a serious commitment for a life-changing result.
So what does this 40-day journey actually involve? Well, it's like a greatest hits album of all the most powerful remedies. It combines them into a single daily practice. You've got the Rahu mantra to soothe the obsession, the Hanuman Chalisa to build your inner strength, and another incredibly potent mantra to a deity named Ma Baglamukhi, who is specifically invoked to stop negative patterns in their tracks. And it all leads up to a final fire ceremony on the last day, symbolizing the complete and total burning away of that old destructive habit.
And here it is. This is the ultimate promise. The source material tells us that when a person follows these practices with real sincerity, the outcome isn't just that they stop smoking. It's a complete internal shift. It's gaining true inner peace, that unbreakable willpower we talked about, and achieving, in their words, complete freedom.
So, that leaves us with a pretty deep question to chew on, doesn't it? This entire framework suggests that freedom isn't just about gritting your teeth and pushing through. It seems to be a dance between our own effort and something bigger. So what do you think? Is breaking free from something this powerful ultimately a matter of personal willpower, or is it about opening yourself up to a kind of divine grace? Definitely something to think about.
If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel Vedic Counsellor. For personal astrology consultation, horoscope analysis, or Vastu consultation, you can contact us on WhatsApp 919219539215 or visit our website www.vediccounselor.com. Thank you for watching.